Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Inger's Pink World. Welcome to the channel if you are new. So anyway, today you guys, I thought I would try to bring you a short video of me making a note tablet for my mom. I have been in here for the last, I don't know, week and a half making different things for her birthday. My mom is about to have her 75th birthday, and my mother has absolutely everything, okay? Nothing that she does not already have. So, and this is a special birthday. So besides the obvious of still buying her something from a store, I wanted to make 95% of the things for her birthday this year. I wanted to make her something that was especially made by me, from me, and she could always go back and look at it. Now, my mom is somebody who loves to jot notes down in front of the TV. Does anybody else's parents do that? Just wondering. My mom will sit in front of the TV, and if she's really interested in the show that she's watching, which 90% of the time it's something on YouTube, sewing, quilting, finances, whatever, anybody that she can learn something from. And she jots these notes down from the creator that she's watching. So she goes through 1,000,001 tablets. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make her just a lot of different notepads and binders and things that she can actually jot notes in. So I thought I'd bring you with me today. This is one of the ones that I'm working on for her today. And of course, I will do a complete video of everything that I've made for her, but you will not see that video until after her birthday, because she does have a knack for looking at my videos, and I don't want her to see anything before time. This one is fine. I don't care if she sees this one, because it's so many other things in her birthday package that she's going to be just surprised with. But anyway, so I wanted to come on here and share this with you today. Now, what I'm doing is I'm making her a notepad. This is the cover for her notepad, and it just says Carol's hot tea and notes. And of course, I've got like the little hot tea cup right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. But I've got the hot tea cup right there and everything. And I thought that was super cute. So this is the front, and the front looks, the back looks exactly like the front. I made a front and the back for this notepad. I've already put the first 6 holes in here, but I'm going to do the rest with you so I can show you how this machine actually works. Remember last week I told you I went to Michael's and I bought this recollection binding machine. It's just like the cinch machine that is with We Are Memory Makers. It's the same thing. This is their mini version, but it's just recollections instead of We Are Memory Makers. Still thinking about getting a We Are Memory Makers. I don't know yet, but if I did, I would get the larger machine since I already have the mini. But anyway, so this I've been practicing with, and it worked. It's pretty easy. So I'm going to show you exactly how I've learned how to make it work for myself. I've got the black wire, and I can tell you the measurements on this wire. These are the wires that I got from Michael's, and it says the measurements. I got 16 pieces, and it says it's 0.6 inches by 12 inches. Okay, so and I've already counted out 18, because I have 18 holes that I'm punching in this paper. So I've already counted this to make sure that I'll have 18 spaces. So that's kind of how I've been doing it. Let me know if anybody's been using these machines, if you find an easier way to do it. So far, this is what's been working for me. When I first started, I was lost and I didn't know what I was doing. I got frustrated and I told my mom, I said, I'm taking it back to the store. I want my money back and I'm not going to buy the other one. I just was so frustrated with it. But what I did was I put it away for the day. And I went back to it 2 days later, and I was able to make it work. And sometimes that's just what we have to do when we get frustrated about things, you guys. So anyway, so let's get into it. Like I said, I've already done the first 6 holes. So what I've been doing is this little piece right here, I've been putting it right at 4 inches, right at 4 inches. And that's what's been working for me. No matter what size book I'm making, that just seems to be working for me where I need for my holes to be. So that part's already done, but I'm going to show for this part, this, I don't need the little lever for this part anymore, and I'll show you why in just a few minutes. But I'm going to leave that there and show you how I cut the paper. So I'm only putting about 4 pieces of paper at a time because I don't want to make it so it's hard to punch. If you put too much paper, it's hard to punch. This paper is pretty flimsy and thin. I had some of this paper left over from some tablets that I was doing last year, and I was like, let me repurpose this paper. So anyway, I put my little lever here at 4 inches, and then I stick it up under there. This little round thing right here that you see, that's down for right now. I don't need that. So, and that's how you lift it up and down, but it's down right now. I don't need it. So anyway, scoot your paper all the way in, punch it down, and as you can see, the holes are perfect in there. Hopefully you guys can see this. And then what I do is I take the lever out, and I pull that little lever up so that little round part comes up. And I go to the third hole from the left. Always the third hole from the left. I put the third hole inside of that little piece right there, that little lever piece. And then I punch down again. And then I pull it up, and as you can see, it's got more holes. And then I go all the way over to the third hole from the left again. Right here, put that down, punch it in, and that's all my holes. That's all my holes for the whole paper. And remember, I told you I only needed 18 holes. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 holes. Okay, so this is going to be the paper that I'm going to be using for the tablet. And that's what I have cut so far. This is all the paper that I have to cut. So I'm not going to cut all this paper with you guys on camera, but this is the paper that I have to cut. But I am going to go ahead and finish cutting the front so you can see. Once again, I'm going to go over to this third hole from the left, and I'm going to slide that under there. Now, for me, what I'm finding out is if I don't go over to the third hole from the left and I punch it, it's all wrong. The holes aren't lined up. Nothing's right. And so I've come up with these measurements on my own, and they're coming out perfectly fine for me. Okay. So I got it in there, and this is a little bit harder to punch because of the thickness of this cardstock, and I laminated it. But as you can see, there's all my holes. So then I'm going to go over here to the last third hole from the left. And every time you punch holes, just go to the third hole from the left. That's what I've been doing. And I go right there. Here we go. Oh, maybe I need to. Okay. And then you can just push that lever. There we go. A piece of that. Okay, so this is when your little tools come in. A piece of that cardstock. There we go. It didn't go through. There we go. Okay, so now I have all 18 of my holes for my book. And so I'm going to show you real quick. This side of the machine is where I'm going to put my binder, my spiral wire, right? And I got to do it this way because if I don't, I can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to still try to make it so that you guys can see. So you hang it on from the fat side. There's a fat side, and then there's these little skinny corals. You hang it on from the fat side like that. Okay. And then, now what works for me is, and I'm just going to give you an example. Okay, so let's just say this right here was my back. I go ahead and put my back on first, like this. I know a lot of people are saying put the middle in first, or put the pages in first. Whoa, sorry you guys. My camera just fell right off. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. Maybe I was shaking the... Let me move that back a little bit. Okay. Wow, that was scary. Anyway, some people say, whew, put the backing on last and put the pages in, then put everything on top. I tried that and it did not work for me. So what I do is I put my backing in, then I go ahead and I put my paper in. It's not gonna let me put all. It's hard for me to see. I'm working from a weird angle because I'm trying to show you guys how it works. Okay, there we go. Anyway, all of your paper has to go in the little holes. You guys get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. Okay, I knew as soon as I tried to do a video it was going to be jacked up. But anyway, you guys can see what it is I'm trying to do. But anyway, so yeah, so that's how it is. You put your paper in. I put my backing in first, then I put my paper in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and show you guys. Oh, I just got hot. I'm going to come back and show you guys how this looks after I finish it. Okay, you guys, I'm back. So this part, as you can see, I got all my papers on the inside of the tablet. I got the back on, I got my backing on, and I got my front on. The binding part, I have a little bit of trouble with. I'm still learning how to do it, but let me just move this to the side for a minute to show you what I'm talking about. On this particular machine, this is the binding part right here. And that's where I'm supposed to stick the wire to close it. I've done it a couple of times, and a couple of times it squeezed it too tight and made it just a little too tight to where you couldn't flip the pages. I'm going to try it again just to see. And see if I can get it to do right. I'm going to turn this way. But from what I was told was you're supposed to stick, and since this is a little bit of a larger book, I'm going to do it piece by piece, but you're supposed to stick this part right here inside like this, and then crunch it together. So we're going to try it, you guys. We're going to try it. One thing, let's see. 5.5, 7.5. I'm going to try this 7.5. Wait, let's see. 7.5 by 11. Because I think that might help me out a little bit just because of the size of my paper. So let's see what that does. We'll know in a minute. Anyway, I'm sticking it in like they said. And then you're supposed to crunch down. And this is a little heavy, so I'm going to have to stand up to do it. Okay. And see, it's not, I can't ever get it to, I can't ever do what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to try it one more time. Or maybe I'm supposed to stick it in like that. I think I am. Hold on. Let's go back to the 7. Okay, and then just stick it down. No, maybe not, because it's not fitting. So I'm going to stick it down in there like that. This time, if it doesn't work, I'm going to show you what I do. Okay, so it says crunch it. I don't see where it's crunching together. I don't see where it's doing much of anything. Let's slide the book down. Okay, so this is what it's looking like when it's coming out, which clearly it's not supposed to be that way. So what I've been doing is I've been doing it myself with my hands myself. And I know that's not what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to work for you. I can't get that binding part down. And let me tell you, until I do, I definitely won't buy the bigger machine. Until I figure out what it is that I'm doing wrong with that. Because, yeah. But I know that these are supposed to be inward, Because if not, your pages in this part would just slide right off. You know what I mean? If they weren't supposed to be cinched together. Hence the reason why it's called a cinch machine. Anyway, so I've been just trying to do them. This is how I've made the last couple of ones. Just cinching it myself. Not a big fan of having to cinch it myself, and because the machine's supposed to be doing it for me. And then I close this wire in because I don't want anybody to get it stuck with that. So I sort of, you have to snip this wire off anyway, but I sort of take these pliers and put it on the inside so nobody gets stuck. But let me tell you guys, when you are trying to learn how to do all this new stuff, ooh, girl, it can be something. It really can. It can just be something. I don't even know how to describe it. It can just be something. But anyway, so this is how my notebook came out, you guys. Let me see if I can slide it back so you can see. This is how my notebook came out. This is the front. This is the back. This is the inside. And as you can see, even with me binding it by hand myself, my pages are turning the way they're supposed to be turning. And you're supposed to be able to, you know how you can write in a tablet. So it's coming out fine. I've just got to figure out what I'm doing wrong with the cinching part of this. This part, and because I don't want to constantly make binders and have to do this, pinching it. Another thing I think I'm going to do too is, instead of always using this particular wire, I think I'm going to get the skinnier wire that I can just roll through myself. I've seen a couple of people do that where they just stick it in and they just roll it. And that's the real skinny wire. I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to buy some of that, as a matter of fact, on Amazon, and experiment with that. But once I get it down pat, I want to be able to make these type of binders and sell them on my website. All right, you guys, that's all. I just wanted to share a little bit with you today. Listen, last couple of videos that I've come on here, you guys are probably thinking, this girl never gets dressed. She has her robe on. No, that's not it, you guys. I have a really bad back, and now that it's getting really, really cold, my spinal cord can't get but so cold. It makes my back hurt really, really bad, and I have to take medication. So I try to keep something on to keep myself warm. Now that it's, because we're like transitioning from summer to just winter. It is like 40 degrees in the morning, and it goes up in the 70s, and then at night it drops back down. So Mom and I haven't turned the heat on yet because it keeps going up in the afternoon, and nobody wants to be turning on their air conditioner heat. So we've cut the air off for the year, but it warms up, late in the afternoons, and then it gets cold again. So if you see me with this on or a jacket, it's because I'm just trying to keep my back warm. All right, you guys, I love you. I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Hopefully I get better. And I will do a video to show you everything that I made with Mom, but you won't see it until after the 29th of October, because the 29th of October is her birthday. All right, you guys, I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.